Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about, so let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. With the release of Modern Warfare Zombies, we were a little bit confused as to the amount of perks within the game. Back in Black Ops Cold War, there were 10 perks in total by the time that game's DLC season was done and over with. But here in Modern Warfare Zombies, there are only 9 perks in the game. Now, there was an indication that the 10th perk would be a perk from Black Ops 3 Zombies called Widow's Wine, as the logo for Widow's Wine appears on the collector's edition of the Modern Warfare 3 box. And that still might be the case somewhere down the line, but it appears that the first in-game evidence within leaked code for future DLC content here in this game has given us the identity of this 10th perk, and it is of course Mule Kick, the last unreleased perk from Black Ops Cold War. According to MW3 Intel over on Twitter, the description for the perk simply reads, 3 primary weapons. The original base use of Mule Kick without any of the added upgrade effects that we got from upgrading the perk back in Black Ops Cold War. But my big question would be, if this is just going to be Mule Kick as it originally was, where you can carry 3 primary weapons, the Treyarch has got to add a little bit of a sweetener to the deal, because in this game, Modern Warfare Zombies, you don't have enough time to get a bunch of weapons to a high pack-a-punch tier, and unlike in round-based zombies, getting ammo for your weapons isn't really that much of a big deal here, with zombies tending to drop a lot of ammo and free ammo crates scattered around the map. So really, what would the benefit of being able to carry a third weapon be if most players don't have enough time to get the points to upgrade even one of their weapons, never mind 2, and never mind 3 to make it actually viable in the tier 2 or tier 3 zones? I guess you can say if you bring in a wonder weapon or you find a wonder weapon on the map, you can equip that weapon in your third weapon slot, meaning you can extract a regular second gun to add it to your contraband stash. But that's kind of like a niche use case. But taking a look at some of the bonus effects from the Black Ops Cold War version of Mule Kick, the first level grants you an extra equipment slot, which I could definitely see Treyarch implementing into this game's version of Mule Kick. Next, they say all enemies have a small chance to drop ammo. That already occurs as a standard in this game. The third level is stowed weapons slowly refill ammo from stock, so if you swap weapons, whatever weapon is swapped away will slowly reload itself over time. Fourth tier grants you a 25% chance to keep non-retrievable equipment when used, so if you throw a nade or a monkey bomb, you get a 1 in 4 chance to actually keep it. And the fifth tier, being the third primary weapon, is recovered when repurchasing Mule Kick, which could be an interesting bonus feature in this game, letting you essentially store a wonder weapon every single game if you have that wonder weapon equipped in the third ammo slot, so whenever you go ahead and get Mule Kick, you just instantly get that wonder weapon back. That is, of course, if they somehow tie the data of that stored weapon to your character so that it would carry over from game to game, which is a feature that wasn't present in Black Ops Cold War. Of course, there's no knowing right now if we get any of these bonus effects beyond the 3 primary weapons, but I think Treyarch should definitely consider it to increase its utility a bit. Now, just speaking about the other perk, which we thought would be coming first to Modern Warfare Zombies, Widow's Wine, it is of course highly likely that it will be included into the game as an 11th perk, because I don't understand the reason why they would just include the logo on the Modern Warfare 3 Collector's Edition if it didn't have any relevance to the game, and we hadn't seen it in like half a decade. But moving on to the next story of the day, it seems like for some reason right now, a bunch of leaked details about the future of Modern Warfare Zombies is slowly starting to trickle out, and the next major feature to be leaked was a feature from DMZ that was added a little bit into that game's life cycle, and that's essentially a wallet feature where you can extract with your points, you can keep them in your wallet, so the next time you choose to infill into the zombies mode, you can bring a certain amount of points with you. In the actual game, this is referred to as the Outbreak wallet. I can't show you the official picture or Activision will strike me down, but there is an in-game screenshot about what the feature looks like if you want to check it out for yourself down in the description. Some players were noticing how the text for the feature was called the Outbreak wallet, and while we always thought that Modern Warfare Zombies was kind of like the evolution of the Outbreak game mode from Cold War, the official marketing never referred to it as Outbreak, but the leaker says that the whole game mode internally is called Outbreak, which kind of raises the question of if Outbreak will be its own thing in Treyarch's next game next year in 2024. From what I've seen in the Zombies community, a lot of players were expecting this year's release to be its own kind of thing, and then next year Treyarch releases both round-based Zombies and the spiritual successor to the Outbreak game mode from Cold War. But if this whole mode is referred to internally as Outbreak, maybe there won't be a new Outbreak game mode for Treyarch's new game next year. And only adding to that problem is the fact that there seems to be a decent amount of leaked details about Treyarch's next round-based game next year, that there'll be 2 maps at launch. Even their locations have been leaked. But there has been absolutely nothing, at least in terms of what I can remember or what I've seen, in regards to Treyarch's next game's Outbreak mode. So yeah, maybe with all future Call of Duty games being based on the same engine, maybe Treyarch is treating this, Modern Warfare Zombies, as Outbreak, and then their next game will only feature round-based zombies, works on updating this game mode, maybe renaming it Outbreak when Treyarch's next game actually releases. For fans of the Outbreak game mode back in Cold War, I'm not sure how you feel about this, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here. Next up, we got a little Modern Warfare moment, thanks to Spooky over on Twitter, with a little bit of falling through the ground action and being locked underneath the ground, totally unable to escape. It might just be a problem with this area of the map that the collision isn't coded correctly. Like, he didn't do anything crazy to fall through the map here, and while it's likely that, yeah, you can't get out if you fall through the map in this location, I have seen players say that if you bring an ATV or a vehicle super close to the wall, you should be able to phase through it in order to get yourself out if it happens to you. But considering the fact that his Casimir devices wouldn't even activate in this location, maybe that tactic wouldn't actually work here. But guys, that does wrap up the news today. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hey, consider leaving a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. As new content starts to get added into Modern Warfare Zombies, I've got to say I'm kind of looking forward to the wallet feature. While it does kind of get rid of that early game plan of always starting to do contracts in Tier 1 and then Tier 2 and then Tier 3 in order to build up points, it'll be nice just to not lose all your points upon extract, and being able to go right to PAP 2 or right to PAP 3 without a crystal, especially when Treyarch does end up adding the PAP Tier 4 and the Dark Ether Rift locations in Season 1. But that's all for me today, guys. I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news update tomorrow. Peace!